Hello, everyone. It is David Hookstead here. I am unfortunately going to talk about something that is quite sad and depressing, and that is this new viral TikTok trend of Americans supporting former Al-Qaeda leader Osama Bin Laden. So what are we talking about? There have been many videos that have come out over the past couple days of Americans reading Bin Laden's letter that he wrote post 9/11 about why the attacks happened. In that letter, he cites a bunch of horrific things, anti-Semitic things, anti-American things, and really boils down to two main points in the letter for why the terrorists did 9/11, and that is the Western support for Israel and then the United States supporting our Arab allies in the region. And for some reason, people are only just now discovering this letter, which I find to be very weird in and of itself. But I just want to make it clear that this trend of we're going to support Osama Bin Laden, we think Osama Bin Laden was some intellectual, we think Osama Bin Laden was a visionary, we think Osama Bin Laden had a lot of great points. That's all incorrect. Osama Bin Laden was a thug. He was a criminal. He murdered innocent people. He conducted the largest terrorist attack in the history of the United States that killed almost 3,000 people and sparked a global war on terror, also known as the GWOT. This shouldn't be difficult. Unfortunately, we live in an era where people, for lack of a better term, are very stupid. They're very dumb. They see something online and they just run with it. Osama bin Laden, as one of my friends put it, wasn't some nerd sitting in a tweed jacket discussing politics. He was a criminal. He was a killer. He was a monster. And he killed Americans. So for anyone in this country to express support for Osama bin Laden isn't just incredibly disgusting and disappointing. It's downright troubling. Where are we at in America when we have people in viral videos gleefully talking about how Osama bin Laden was correct on stuff? That is simply unacceptable. I'm a proud American. I have a lot of friends who fought in the global war on terror. I know people who were shot, blown up in the war on terror, deal with PTSD because of the war on terror. All of those things can be tied back to what Osama bin Laden did. So when American citizens go out on social media and say things like, well, you got to read what he wrote, it's profound, it's incredible, and they try to act like they're geniuses, it's unacceptable. It's downright gross. Now, yes, you have a First Amendment right to say and do those things. No one's saying you don't, of course. No one's saying that you can't be wrong, that you can't be a disgusting idiot, that you can't be ignorant of basic facts. Here are the facts. Osama bin Laden was a terrorist. Everyone in Al-Qaeda was a terrorist. ISIS, terrorist. Hamas, terrorist. This is not complicated whatsoever. This is not some nuanced topic. They hijacked planes, flew them into buildings, killed thousands of people, fought our troops all over the world, and before 9/11, they blew up our embassies, they previously attacked the World Trade Center, and so on and so on. So I would encourage all the people who apparently view Osama bin Laden as a figure to be put in an altar and not in the ground where he is now, or they dumped him in the ocean. Remember, we had to fly into Pakistan to bring justice to this guy for not just the families of 9/11, but all the families impacted by the military casualties we took as well. And instead of one of these morons opening a history book and reading about it or interviewing a veteran, which you can see here all the time, they decide to praise Osama bin Laden, one of the worst people in the history of the world. It is disgusting to me. There's no other way to put it. I encourage anyone who meets someone who praises Osama bin Laden, show them this video, show them my thoughts, lead them to my channel, and show them the interviews. Show them the interviews with guys who went to Afghanistan, with guys who looked terrorists in the eyes, who saw the horrors. And then we'll see if they think Osama bin Laden is so profound and such an intellectual. He was a monster who got exactly what he deserved. He killed innocent people, and for that, SEAL Team 6 flew into Pakistan and took care of business. And I'm very grateful they did. I know people that were on that mission. Trust me, they sleep like babies after handing out justice in the fashion they did. Osama bin Laden, I can't believe I even have to say this next sentence, but I will. Osama bin Laden was not a hero. He was a terrorist. He should be treated as such and should be remembered as such. And shame on anyone who's going on social media and praising Osama bin Laden. It's downright disgusting.